Alrighty, this is P.O.C. This is the entity that is stalking with light. The entity is literally strategically placing itself in the path with regard to stalking with light. This is sexual assault and battery, and it's committed by state or brothers as well. The entity is doing so while they are not by themselves. They're doing so on behalf of the state. All right, this is the same parking lot where the entity is stalking by plane and helicopter, the fake sun setting, rising and remaining over my head at this same venue. This is state or brothers engaging in that, gang stalking with their customers. That's the federal RICO case. She's in alignment with what is my placement at the front door. So this is also alignment as well. These two demons that also know that they're documented, they will engage in routinely doing the same thing every day, especially while they're documented. And it is nothing other than evidence that you're gang stalking. All right, the entities engage in that in the specific environment. They are maintaining light as I walk out to engage in molestation while I am being gang stalked by the employees and the customers that are at the venue of Stater Brothers to engage in the pattern of conduct. These are employees over here. They're engaging in alignment as I walk in. This is what gang stalking is. They're doing so in the path. I documented their license plates already. This is what the entity is doing, surrounding you physically and surrounding you with light, and they do so on the ground while the entity maintains aerial surveillance and surveillance that aids in what is the amplified noise of the train, for example, and sirens is another example of that. This is what they're doing in the engineered environment. Multiple shadows, fake sun, molesting me with that which is engineered light. They're doing so as psychopaths that do not speak to you. And that's going to be relevant to their prosecution as well. 9 David Zebra 424 is the entity gang stalking. This is the entity that's targeting me with impossible light activity while I'm at the square and you are on the opposite side of the road touching with what is not headlights, okay? It's engineered light, it's the means of stalking. This is P.O.C. This is the entity, again, the iteration, the same thing. When you see the impossible light on the brick wall underneath the structure, that's what she's doing, okay? And she's also touching. Her handicap status is based on the fact that she's a psychopath. It's undiagnosed mental illness that I am exposing while I'm documenting the entity. This is P.O.C. They're acting together, the noise and the light, while they're pacing all around, and the government's maintaining plane activity. This is where the entity is acting like, remember, I'm showing you what they're doing while I'm at the Ovid Family Community Library, but then this is exactly what I'm talking about. When you're flying more west here, why are you feigning like a takeoff right here over the storefront? Because they're stalkers and they're unintelligent. That's the evidence that you're putting together, and everyone looks like the stalker that they are, okay? This is the P.O.C. It is currently 6:24. They're stalking me inside of the store, tracking my steps. That's P.O.C., including in the bathroom. It's currently 6:24 a.m.